Guys, I'm in my favorite roadside garden here in Lagos, and I say my favorite because she keeps it absolutely lush. This is the garden of my dear friend. I love to call her Madame Helene because she's truly a madam of plants. She takes good care of her plants. They're well watered. There's a different varieties of plants, and I can't wait to just take you guys around and show you guys all the amazing roadside plants for sale here. But without much ado, guys, let's proceed. The sun here is quite dangerous. Look at these gorgeous sunflowers. I mean, there's a bit of something for everyone. So whether you're into like outdoor sun loving plants or perhaps even indoor plants, this corner or this section of her garden is where she grows the outdoor sun loving plants. So how I basically have a good idea of whether these plants would do great for me in my home, because these roadside guys oftentimes are not the most knowledgeable. But I would just go for a plant that is doing well in shade. For example, you can see that Dracena seculosa that is deep in shade. That suggests to me that okay, this is a plant that I can grow in my home. However, if I'm looking for a plant that can take our evil Nigerian sun, all I have to do is come over here, looking here, and any plant that I see thriving, flowering, doing awesome out in the sun, I know for a fact that okay, this is potentially one I could get for myself or my clients to grow in their sunny gardens. And you find that some plants surprisingly do really well in our sun. Look at syngoniums. I always tell you guys that syngoniums are like, they love our Nigerian sun. You can grow them outdoors in your sunny spaces, and she has quite a number of them. I used to have this one. It's a vigorous grower. It's a syngonium moonshine. I don't know why it's not so popular, overseas. And then you can see this one, sis is struggling. She's faded and struggling underneath the Nigerian sun. So that's a good indicator that okay, this is not a sun-loving plant that I should grow in my sun-loving areas or recommend to my clients. And then there's this plant here, guys. I don't know what it is. It's giving me like eucalyptus vibes. And this one seems to be a recent and rather popular introduction in the Nigerian market, in the Nigerian roadside market. Looks like a papaya or some sort. So guys, this is one plant I'm definitely living here with. It's a type of variegated gardenia. It will be perfect for my like sunny hellfire of a balcony. I'm also considering going with some of these hibiscuses. Just look at this. Yeah, so I'm definitely considering going with one of these. And all of you said, oh, money tree doesn't take direct sunlight. Actually, can I blow your mind? This is a massive money tree plant. If you've never seen what a money tree looks like when it is planted in the ground, this is a money tree, guys. This is a money tree. In fact, I've actually eaten from the nuts of that money tree. She gave me some of the nuts, and it had this nutty flavor, as one would imagine. But yeah, that is a money tree, and this is also another reason why I keep telling people here, even in my country, do not grow palms indoors, because they love to be outdoors in the sun, guys. They are so, look at them in the sun. Look at how they look in this harsh Nigerian sun. My skin is frying, but they absolutely love it. So rule of thumb, if you're ever going roadside shopping in this country, look at the plants that are doing well in shade. As you can see, look at this here. Oh, she's got a philodendron scomiferum. Can you see it is in shade? It is in shade. So I might actually go home with this one because I sold mine. So I may go home with this one. Look at that. Look at that. A syngonium. What is this one? Verlendia. I think that's what it's called. So whenever I buy plants from the roadside, guys, what I do is I take them home, brush them up, change the soil. Because as you can see, the soil is exposed to the elements. So you could have reptile eggs here, God forbid, even snake eggs. Yeah, so look at all the butterflies, guys. Over here is a traveler's palm. It is okay. So bed of paradise in Nigeria, very difficult to find, very expensive and difficult to find. But Traveler's palm is very ubiquitous here, like it's our own bed of paradise. And I understand on the flip side for you guys in the States, this tends to be more of a rarity. So isn't just that interesting how plants availability works. Some more sun loving options. I tried to grow this in my living room and it was a disaster because clearly this is a plant that wants to be outside in the sun. She also sells some locally made poles here. I have no idea what these are made from. I'm looking like some form of straw material or like dried grass. But she sells them and I think they're actually quite cute looking. But what I found very intriguing were these grass, this dark, deep burgundy grass. And look at the flowers. Very intriguing. I've never seen this before. And so I may actually be getting one of these. And just look at this Ixora. I cannot wait until I have my own home and I can plant this in the ground. It's one of the plants I really like. It's so nostalgic. Doesn't get any more tropical than an Ixora. Speaking of Ixoras, just look at this corner. I think this is my favorite corner of the entire garden. And I mean, I make this my thumbnail. If you hear any noise, we're literally on the side of the road. That's why it's a roadside garden. Look at this beautiful Ixora here. This has a deeper burgundy color, deeper red, almost like velvet color. It is blooming rather aggressively. So beautiful, absolutely divine. And then look at that bougainvillea, guys. Look at that. Oh, this is such a beautiful shot. This is so beautiful. She also grows and sells an assortment of coleuses. So as you can see, they are extremely sun loving, with the varieties that we have here. Also, shopping from the roadside gives you a good idea of varieties that will do better in our climate, because I've bought some of these imported coleus plants and they just hated our Nigerian sun. Look at the burst of colors. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This dark burgundy one is appealing to me. I may go home with this. And that's the amazing Madame Helene here. She's a very busy woman, but she's so charming. We could have conversations forever in her garden. We could honestly sit down for days and just chat and just talk. She's such a lovely person and she has such a passion for growing plants. I believe these are Misunda. I can't pronounce the name. I'm going to insert it. The thing about shopping in Nigeria or plant shopping in Nigeria is just it has unpredictable nature. Sometimes you see a lot of plants are in season, sometimes they are not. It's just like no tissue culture. That's the disadvantage. So there's no uniformity in what's available. Look at these beautiful coleus, guys. Look at them. And then of course the euphorbias. I am honestly so intrigued by whatever this is. I've never seen it before. Look, so pretty. My god, I think I may go home with this one. And then right next to the crouton, it just looks so magical. And then look at this, guys. I love how everything is like, it feels like a wild sort of like garden. Look at the butterfly. Like, it's not coordinated, but at the same time it's beautifully coordinated. Look at this Euphorbia Amelis, and she says she doesn't know what this is, just popped up as a weed. And now she sells them. So I just love the wild, like rustic nature of this garden, and I think she really does a good job nurturing it. So guys, I'm back home with my stash. I'm quite excited for a couple of things I got. Some of them are for myself and the majority of them are for people who have purchased or I could potentially be selling. I'm very intrigued by this grass. Whatever this grass is, it's in quite some shock now because of the heat from the car, and I guess also some transplant shock. But don't worry, the next stage of this phase is actually to move the plants to their pot and some of them to better soil. So like for these more like most landscape outdoor plants, I could still retain them in the same sort of like soil. But if I'm growing them indoors, or it's like an aeroid like this, for example, I will move it to like, you know, something better so that could potentially, you know, not kill it. Yes, so I'm also excited for this. I've been wanting to grow lavender. I tried several times to grow it by myself, so I'm glad I was able to find a good healthy starter plant I could grow. And yeah, quite excited for everything I got. So now the next step is which is going to be tomorrow, is preparing these plants, cleaning them up, and I'm going to take you guys through that process.
Folded hands, you could make this better if you wanted. I've never felt this room more haunted by what we had. One pull could make this all unravel. How far could our love really travel without connection there? Are you a believer in love that could last? Are you a believer in love that could last? When you call it a little sharper, I level up my armor and I'm careful what I show you. Burning off resentment, I can hardly put my heart out when I'm looking over my shoulder. When did you fall out of my corner? When did you fall out of my corner? Hold my hand. You could make this warmer if you wanted. The question is, could you be trusted with what I have? One pull could make this all unravel. How far could our love really travel without connection there? Are you a believer in love that could last? Are you a believer in love that could last? You're so close to home, too close to home now. You're so close to home, too close.
Okay, guys, that is the authentic and realistic Nigerian plant shopping experience. Honestly speaking, I know it's quite a doozy and it's not for everyone, especially if you're a beginner. And that is where people like me come in, where I source the plants for you. I wash them, pot them in better soil, and deliver them in your home. I also select the right plants based on some of the things I told you guys about in my video. So that's a service I render in this part of the world. But you know, even though things are quite rustic and the plants sometimes look busted and crusted, I really have to give a big shout out to these roadside guys, because honestly, they are the ones that make plants readily available and affordable for a lot of Nigerians. A lot of these other nurseries that import plants, honestly, they are not for the broke biatches of society, especially now that the exchange rate against the dollar is crazy. I barely even can afford to shop from those places anymore. Most of the times where I shop my plants from now is the roadside. So shout out to these roadside guys. They may not be the most knowledgeable, their plants may not grow in the best of conditions, but they certainly make these plants affordable for the average Nigerian. And if you're lucky, you can find some rare gems. That's where I found my Dieffenbachia Big Ben Variegata. It looked like a hot mess, but with my care, it has grown to be a beautiful icon. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, babes. Please like, subscribe, and share because this video was not easy to make. I was cooking and frying underneath the Nigerian sun. When you're shopping for plants on the roadside in this part of the world, you definitely need to get a sun hat. You need to wear your sunscreen because, oh my goodness, it's hot and crazy out there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and share all that good stuff. And as usual, I will see you in the next video.